Okay, can I be heard? I'm not sure. Hopefully it's fine. Okay, so let's just jump right into this. So, we are back with another Hardcore Evolution stream. We are on 12W01A. We are very close to 1.1 now. In fact, the next stream will be 1.1. Oh, and yeah, we got some work to do today. Yeah, we got to get this armor enchanted. The plan is to get it enchanted with level 15, which seems to be the sweet spot at the moment when it comes to enchantments. This is not cool. Not in any way. Why are they attacking me? Did they all go for me? Oh, yeah. I guess we're killing pigmen now. That's not what I wanted to do. Oh, and they seem to be able to hit from quite far away as well, which is not cool. And we got a little bit of XP from that though. Okay, let's head down to the blaze spawner and farm 10 levels, and then we can go back up to the surface, well, go back to the overworld and enchant our first piece of armor. Yeah, so let's hope some spawn very soon. It won't be very long before they spawn, I'm sure. Another thing we will definitely need to do is maybe cook up some more food, because we're running a little bit low here with only 8 left. Yeah, but this whole process of killing the blazes shouldn't take very long. I'm hoping that we spend like the first half an hour of the stream maximum doing this. I mean, we don't have to finish the entire set today. It'd be nice though, considering in 2 streams time we are going to be having to explore more to find some jungles. What on earth is this frame rate? Like, that is ridiculously high compared to what I was getting earlier. Yeah, I hop on this world, you know, about an hour before I start streaming. Like, just to get everything set up and make sure that the world doesn't, like, die in the process of updating. Yeah, and I was running at, like, 20 FPS. And I was really quite surprised by that one. Oh, come on, blazes. Spawn already. They'll spawn eventually. Yeah, and another thing I do realise is that I haven't actually done a stream or really anything on my channel for a while now. And I can say that is because of school. It's very unfortunate, but that's just how it is sometimes. I do try and get as many videos out as I can, when I can. But I am indeed working on something very nice, and it'll definitely be done for like maybe the end of maybe by mid-February, I think it should be done by. Yeah, because it's a big project. I'm not going to reveal much yet, But I know that you will all enjoy it, I'm sure. Okay, we're about halfway there now. Yeah, we're 8 levels in, and there's another blaze there. Yeah, we're really not far away now from getting to 15 levels. Maybe another 10 or so blazes, and we should be able to enchant our first piece of armour. Now, which piece of armour do you all want me to enchant first? Okay, there's another blaze. Yeah, I mean, 1.3 actually isn't that far off. Which is really quite surprising. Because you wouldn't think it's close or anything. But we're probably about 10 streams away from getting into those snapshots. And from there it's actually not very much time until we get experience from ores. So we'll be able to get level 30 enchantments pretty easily when that happens. Okay, we're now level 9. Yeah, we don't have too long left of this specific session of farming. Come here, blaze. You as well. Okay, you nearly at level 10. What happens if we just walk away from it and then go back? Does that make any difference to the spawning rate? So I have a feeling it doesn't. Oh yeah, I remember. The bucket that I accidentally poured the water in the nether with. Yeah, I'm sure there'll be another opportunity to put water in the nether, but that is not how you do it. Oh, another blaze. Cool. It's so much easier to kill blazes with a sharpness 2 sword, though. Yeah, like, I'm really not sure what else we can do in this stream. Like, I just don't have any ideas at the moment. I mean, we could finish off exploring the cave. I mean, yeah, I don't really know. I mean, we could find a nice location for a mega base. Because that's something I do indeed want to do. Yeah, because I think that'll be pretty cool. To do like a mega base. I'm not quite sure what I'd do for it yet, but I know it does involve a big hole. Any mega base needs a huge hole. Which we can do over many streams, and I mean it's the perfect thing to do on a stream. Dig holes. Yeah, so... Well, we gotta wait for blazes to spawn. Okay, there's another. Okay, we're nearly level 11. Which is just wonderful. Oh, and there's one thing I can't wait for, and that is beacons. I mean, really, not even beacons. Well, to be able to get a pretty nice pickaxe, you know, with like efficiency 4 on it. But having a beacon would make digging out large areas a lot easier. Yeah, haste 2 would be great, but unfortunately we can't get that until 1.4 snapshots. So we're probably about 20 streams away from that. But at least we can make a start. I mean, there's TNT, we've got plenty of gunpowder, so no reason we can't use that. Ow. Stupid blaze. Oh, there's another. Yeah, this XP level isn't budging very quickly. I mean, we've already been streaming for 12 minutes, and we're only level 11. Oh, come on. Spawn already, would you, blazers? I mean, we've got 12 blaze rods already. The only reason why we're using this is for its XP. Because it's the best source of XP I can think of. Because that mob grinder thing that I built, really weren't that effective. Oh yeah, and 1.2 is coming up very soon. And that will allow us to get some iron farms and stuff. Yeah, and there's another blaze. And another. Get over here. Okay, and that is why you don't dig a hole in your protection. There we go. That's another blaze killed. And we can kill another. I see another blaze there. "13 levels. Not bad. Oh, there's another blaze. That one at the back definitely isn't gonna budge. Whoa, 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 whoa. That ain't good. Well, it's good for XP, but it's also good at scaring me. Yeah, and here we go. Another blaze. One more until we're level 14. We need to get to 15, but... Get over here. Preferably without burning me to death, but... I guess that's quite wishful thinking. Yeah, so let's discuss versioning and all that stuff. So in the next stream we will be on release 1.1. Yeah, the second stream where we won't be on like a pre-release version of the game. And then after that we'll be on 12W03A, which is the one that adds the jungles. Anyways, we're nearly there now for the levels, so in a minute we'll be able to start enchanting. Wow, by the time we've actually got all these levels, I think we would have spent like 20 minutes on it by then. Like, one blaze is barely doing anything. Like, we're gonna have to kill a good few more before we can actually do anything. When it comes to enchantments anyways. Okay. Come on, blazes. Ooh, two of them. Apparently I don't know what safety is today. That's probably a bad thing, but oh well. I've survived this long and I'm still wearing iron armour. So it's either the game has got ridiculously easy, or I've got good. Well, anyways, we are now level 15, so let's head back to the overworld and enchant our first piece of armour. Now, which piece to enchant? If you want to suggest which one to enchant, then feel free to post it in the thingy. The thingy, yeah. The chat. We could have farmed pigmen. Wow. Anyways, let's head back to the overworld. And over to the enchantment tower, or wizard tower, or whatever we called it. I don't think we gave it a real name or anything, but yeah, since no one said anything in the chat about which one to enchant first, I am going to go ahead and enchant the chest plate. Okay, 15 levels. Fire protection 2. Okay, it's not amazing, but at the same time it's not awful. Well, we've got, actually, shall we? Let's just wear it. Oh yeah, and then we're probably going to need to make another set of iron armour as well. Yeah, let's go over to that mob farm over there and kill a couple monsters over there if there are any, and enchant the new iron armor with level 1 enchants, and hopefully get like protection 1 on them all. Yeah, now to figure out what to do for the rest of the stream. Yeah, it's a difficult one, that, isn't it? Okay, let's kill that spider and all the skeletons that come by. Okay, let's head back to the tower to enchant, and then maybe do something else. I don't know what to do, but I'm sure we found something. Yeah, maybe we can find a new spot to build a base. Or maybe we wait until 1.2 for the jungles. I'm not too sure yet. Because, I mean, we could find a decent plains biome, or we could go with an ocean base. Apparently I can't speak today. That's how it's going to be. Okay, let's enchant it. Leggings with projectile protection 1, protection 1 on our boots, and protection 1 on the helmet. I feel like projectile protection on the helmet would have been better, but the level 1 enchants. Like, what else can we really expect? They're all random and not amazing or anything, so no big deal. Now, I do wonder what we can do. I mean, we haven't really gone exploring all too much in this series of live streams. So maybe we go exploring, you know, near, like, in the other direction, like. Yeah, I feel like that could be a good idea. Yeah, let's see what we can find, maybe? I don't know, though. I mean, there's nothing else I can really think of for this world. I mean, there's plenty of stuff we could build, but what do we build? I mean, first things first, we probably need to get food. So let's do that first. While we do that, we might be able to think of something. I guess that's how easy it is to get food. Cool. Let's dump even more stuff into the chests, because we have way too much stuff now. We need to fix that. Okay, let's organise the place a little bit. We'll organise my inventory a little bit anyways. I think that should be okay. Yeah, this house was never meant to be where I permanently stay. But I do feel like maybe a jungle house would be nice, but jungles aren't here yet. Is there anything else we can do around here? I mean, this is a nice area and all, but this was never meant to be anything more than a starter area. It might be time to move on to a new place where we can find more interesting terrain, hopefully. Hold on, this definitely isn't the place where I meant to go. Where I meant to go was, in fact, where spawn is. Hold on, is this spawn? I think this is spawn. Because we spawned like in a swamp, didn't we? As you always do in this version. Well, these versions, should I say. Well, usually do anyways. In the hardcore time-lapse series, we spawned in the middle of nowhere on an island. Okay, yeah, this is spawn. Yeah, because that's the cave we started in. We never explored in this direction over here. So I feel like we could maybe have a little look for another plains biome, maybe. Ooh. I am not a fan of clipping through blocks like that. I wish I brought a speed potion with me, but no big deal. I mean, there's nothing really stopping us from making our own plains biome. But I feel like claiming one would be better. Oh, we found a chunk border. I forgot these existed. I didn't think the terrain really changed much, but apparently enough for one of these. Oh, thanks. Yeah, this is a mini Doku craft, I do believe. Yeah, a lovely chunk border. I'm sure we can make something pretty cool out of that. Okay, dying from fall damage wouldn't be very cool. Oh, I see a lovely little flat area over here. I'm not sure it's enough space though. Actually, might be just fine. Oh, we've got a desert right here as well. Actually, no, this place is fine. I think this is where we're going to build the new base. Yeah, because we've got a nice mixture of biomes over here and even a little lava pool over there. Okay. Now, to figure out where exactly to put the thing. Because we could put this anywhere. But I do want the centre of the base to be between all of the biomes. So maybe right here. I'm also going to screenshot the coords. Just for later. Yeah, I think we can keep that tree there, maybe. Okay, this water definitely isn't useful. This water doesn't need to be here. Yeah, so let's flatten it out a little bit. In fact, I do indeed want to fill in the water, because I feel like this would mess up a lot of building work later on. I feel like most of these streams end up being some sort of terraforming job. I don't think it's the most interesting thing in the world. Anyways, let's fill in the rest of this. And we have a bed here as well. Awesome. You can just place that down there. This little bit of dirt here makes absolutely no sense. I don't think this will be enough, but we can only fill in as much as we can, really. I honestly feel like we should go back to base to get some more materials to start building with. Okay, so let's just head back there. Yeah, so I think we found a decent location. Now it's just using the location for something pretty cool. Yeah, we're certainly not abandoning the starter base completely. I do still want to build a few things around there. Yeah, but I feel like we've been there long enough. After more than... Well, actually no, it's about 25 hours we've spent on this world on stream. Which is all of the time I've spent on this world. Yeah, so I think we definitely should move. 25 hours in, approximately, yeah. Definitely should be considering making the main base. I mean, we made a decent base over there, but it's more like a house. It's not very functional. This new place I want to build, I want it to be quite functional. Yeah, too bad there's no shulker boxes or anything in this. Because that'd make this a lot easier. We could use nether portals, but... I mean, that's kind of risky. Anyways, let's head up into the attic again. And... grab a little bit of dirt. And some cobble as well. I'm going to grab some ladders. Is there anything else we need? I don't think there is anything else we need. Yeah, so let's head back over there. Yeah, I have realised that I have done quite a lot of rambling in this stream. And yes, if you're wondering, I do ramble on about absolute nonsense while I record as well. So, yeah, you just don't really see that in the final video. Because I cut a lot of that rambling out. Okay, so let's just head back to the new base location. And then we can start on the project. I mean, in fact, that little area I chose, like in between all the biomes, I mean, it might not be the greatest place. But either way, phase 1 of the project is probably the most time-consuming one. And I'll show you all what I mean by that. In a second, when I get over there. I always have problems traversing the trees. This is why you never see me do any parkour. Because I can never do it. Yeah, because that happens usually. Yeah, either way, this is definitely not the greatest. Actually, no, it's fine. It doesn't really matter where I do this. I mean, there's even a tiger biome over there with snow. So in fact, around here is actually not a bad location. Now the thing is, I plan on having an insanely huge base. I feel like this is the perfect location for a base. I mean, once we've got a base that I and everyone else likes a lot, we don't really need to do anything more with it. I mean, we could expand it more and more. We could make other bases in other areas, like in new biomes that eventually get added. Like in 2 streams' time, the jungle biome, but we probably won't really get to play around with that because we'll be doing a ton of base work. There's even cows over there which we can not murder yet. We can throw in a hole and maybe make a cow farm, something like that. But anyways, there is a huge area around here that I really want to work with. I'm not sure what sort of shape to do the base in, but I mean, we could do it in any shape at all. The thing is, it needs to look nice. I mean, yeah, I think we should be okay though when it comes to base and all that. Yeah, basically I want to utilize a huge amount of this space. I mean, it's really hard to decide like which area of it though, considering it's also nice and flat and everything. Although that won't matter later if my plans do get carried out. Yeah, so let's like go over here. Like we're walking hundreds of blocks. Now I want to do some stuff in here. But I also want stuff over there. I feel like I'm just going to use this entire area. It's a huge project, but I'm going to reveal what it is I want to do now. I'm going to dig it all up and build a huge base here. Okay, yes, this may take hundreds of streams to finish, but the thing is, this will still carry over to when we get beacons, which will be a great addition to this world. Anyways, let's go ahead and sleep, and then we can start deciding which area we want to use. Obviously it's going to be an insanely huge area. Yeah, so I think maybe from like, yeah, where do we want to stop? I think maybe where that river is, because I really don't feel like messing around with rivers. Yeah, so I think maybe here. You can use dirt to outline this entire place, but yeah, I think we're just gonna... Yeah, let's just make a normal outline. Then we can walk around. It doesn't need to be perfect or anything. And it doesn't really matter which block we use. I mean, here it's not the greatest idea to use dirt, because that'll just blend in. Yeah, so basically these are going to be the borders. Yeah, I want to make this base as big as I possibly can. Because I feel like that would be pretty cool to do. An insanely large base. Yeah, we have a very limited amount of resources over here, so got to be careful with how we use the ones we have. Okay, so where do we want to stop with this? Yeah, we don't really want to go on for too much longer. In this specific line. Well, it's basically just a cobblestone snake. Yeah, so where does this take us? It takes us here. Okay, that's fine. That's more than enough space there. I mean, we can expand it in the future if needed. Oh yeah, we can use wood as well. Okay, let's continue this. Okay, so we're at the shore. In fact, that's an awful idea. I don't want it being grass. Oh, come on. Yeah, maybe we should do the other one first. Maybe that'll give us a better idea of what sort of scale we're going to need. Oh, and then we can chop down trees in this area to get more blocks to make the border with. And I can imagine we're going to get a decent amount of diamonds from digging out this entire area as well. So I don't see tools being a big issue. Okay, I've got a decent amount of blocks. It's probably not going to last very long though, considering the scale of this so far. That's a very nice plains biome over there. It's nice and green over there as well. Maybe we can do something else with that in the future. I'm going to start using up the rest of this dirt as well. Yeah, let's head back and sleep. And then we can finish it off this in the morning. Oh, an apple. Cool. Yeah, let's hop into the bed and wake up in the morning. Okay, time to finish off this. Hopefully we can get it done in this day. I feel like we're going to run out of blocks before we even get to the end of this line. But this is all coming together quite nicely. And I can't wait to do this project. It's going to be a fun one. Okay. Yes, we're just about in this plains biome. Cool. Oh, and we can chop down the trees as well. Which can give us even more blocks. I feel like that's far enough. I mean, we're going to have to chop down these trees at some point for this project, so we might as well start on it now. Okay, so let's continue placing the blocks that we have just gotten. Okay, maybe not. Let's chop down this tree that's in the way. Well, anyways, it gives us more blocks to work with, which is awesome. Because you can never have too many blocks in this block game. Oh wow, my axe is kind of low on durability now. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get a new one. Yeah, very soon. Maybe we can use a level 15 enchantment on one of them. We've only got 2 diamonds, so... yeah, maybe we just go level 1 enchanted iron ones. Because I don't think we're gonna get any diamonds anytime soon. How much further does this go? Yeah, let's maybe stop here and look where this goes. Because I feel like if we go too far, we're gonna have a much bigger project than anticipated on our hands. Actually, no, I were planning on going this far anyways, so yeah, let's just continue how we were going. We'll need to chop down a few more trees though. Like so. And I feel like we're going to need to sleep again before finishing this snake of random blocks. To be honest, I don't expect to even have this hole dug entirely before 1.4. I think it's going to take us until like 1.5 to have all this dug. So it's not a small project at all. Okay, so where are we now? If we go approximately in this direction, where will we come out? Perfect. That's exactly where I actually want to come out. But, as usual, we're going to need more trees to be chopped to get the blocks for it. Oh, and one thing I forget is that I can actually use a pickaxe as an axe. Obviously, I'd want to do it with like at least efficiency 2. But still, I can use one as an axe and it'd be perfectly effective. Probably not as good as a real axe, but that's not a big deal. Now let's place the blocks in the block game. Because that's what we do in this block game. We just place blocks all day. Okay, yes, we're going to need to go back to the bed. Which will be way over there. So this is indeed going to be mostly a desert. But it doesn't really matter because, I mean, who wants rain anyways? Yeah, I can even see the bed from here. Well, with the zoom anyways. Oh, it's just lovely being able to zoom. And we don't even need Optifine to do it. Obviously for tomorrow's stream we will... Actually, no, I won't be streaming tomorrow. I've got other things to do. Not that I don't enjoy streaming. Actually, I can do streaming tomorrow. It might be a shorter one and it might not be at this sort of time. I'm thinking in the afternoon for me. So maybe like 2 PM. Well, this is UTC we're talking about, so... Yeah, because my time zone, as it is currently, is the same as UTC. Well, it's actually GMT, but yeah. It's only in the summer. Yeah, British summertime we end up with +1. And to be honest, I probably won't even notice. But for you all, it'll be an hour later streams. Yeah, not many countries seem to do that anymore. But it's a thing. Yeah, daylight savings. Yeah, I forgot that Canada did that. Yeah, I do apologise if you can hear my mouse. It is a loud mouse. And they say that, well, at least on mice boxes, well, mouse boxes, right, yeah, that they can survive like 30 million clicks. I've had this mouse for a few months and I think I've done a bit more than 30 million clicks. Something tells me that I've done more than that anyways. A few months, that may be a little bit of an understatement actually. I've had this mouse for actually close to a year now. Wow. Time really does go quick. Video editing, that requires a lot of clicking as well. I mean, this keyboard of mine is definitely coming to its end of life. Considering that a few of the keys have stopped responding properly. I think you're more likely to be able to hear the keyboard than the mouse. Because my keyboard is one of those ridiculously loud mechanical ones. I mean, it's nice to type on, but it's a bit loud. Anyways, let's go and get this thing finished. Then maybe we can start digging. Yeah, I think for... yeah, actually. Yeah? Oh, yeah. Oh, when anything freezes. Yeah, I do get pretty mad. Especially when I had that with modding 10 years ago. That were horrendous. The world ended up corrupting. Because of the crash. So, that series is over. I mean, I do plan on, doing a season 2 of that. Starting with beta 1.1. Even though beta 1.2 is a thing 10 years ago. I can say I really need to reinstall Windows. I've had this Windows installation for like a month. It is already a mess. It is as broken as any other Windows installation that I've had. I mean, my last one was... I mean, there were certain things that refused to open. I mean, control panel, it just told me that I didn't have permission to do anything. Which obviously isn't helpful. I mean, I don't want to be told what to do by the computer. It really does. Oh, I see you there, Mr. Creeper. Yeah, but my experience with Linux, right, isn't all that great either. Last time I used Linux, it decided it wanted to... oh yeah, I don't even use Windows 10. I'm still on Windows 7. I know, year after support, end of support and everything, but I really don't care what they want to say about support. I mean, as long as all my software is up to date, I shouldn't have any problems. I mean, Firefox still has updates. I mean, an operating system is probably dead when stuff like Chrome stops working. Well, not stops working, but stops getting updated. I mean, that did happen to Vista back in like 2015. But the thing is, that was artificial. Oh yeah, I can't stand Windows 10. I refuse to use it. The last time I used it was when when Microsoft was still forcing computers to be upgraded. Oh, and yes, my computer was one of those. I woke up one morning to see Windows 10. I definitely didn't appreciate it. Yeah, back when Microsoft made the close button mean yes, I would like to upgrade. I mean, Windows 7 is just sluggish on this computer. I mean, they did that to many people, and OpenGL support was non-existent on. Well, there weren't even any graphics drivers for my computer at the time, and there still isn't any proper drivers for it because of it being a Celeron laptop from like 2010. Ah yes, the Core 2 Duo era of laptops. Fun fact, the first videos on this channel were actually made on a Core 2 Duo machine. And I think they might actually be better quality than some of the videos I still create to this day, so... But obviously, I don't put 12 hours of work into a single video these days. I mean, I could do if I was to upload like once every 2 or 3 weeks, but that wouldn't be so great. No, back then I used to use Camtasia Studio. I discovered a little exploit with the trial on 8.1.2 where you could change the system date and it would allow you to just continue using it as if nothing happened. Like, it wasn't amazing, or I mean, it weren't great, but yeah. These days I use Kdenlive. I'm using an older version because new versions are just real buggy. Usually the first version of a year, well, of the year, right, are the most bug-free versions. Oh yeah, why am I using a pickaxe to dig this? Okay, yeah, so let's mark out another little area, you know, just to dig, like, now. Yeah, I did used to use OpenShot for a little while. Yeah, but I definitely enjoyed using Camtasia. Great editor. Too bad it was, well, too bad that the redesign made it horrible to use. Plus added a watermark to it, which was very much not appreciated. I mean, I used to use its recorder as well, which worked fine. I didn't see any problem with it. I mean, it had a pretty significant performance impact. But other than that, it was, well, it just worked. Yeah, I've been told to use DaVinci by a lot of people, right? But the thing is, it's just too complicated for me to figure out. Especially after using other editors for a long time. Actually, thinking about it, I think I did actually use Movie Maker for a couple of videos at some point. But yeah, that's about the extent of my editing. And up until recently, I've been using Paint.net until I obtained a very much so legal copy of Photoshop. Okay, we all know what that means. Not really, but okay, yeah. Yeah, let's just pretend it's... Alright. Yeah, we can pretend it's legal. No one needs to know. It's not like I pirated Minecraft for the first 2 years of me playing it, so... yeah. Yeah, I started playing on January 7th, 2011, if you're wondering. So, just over 10 years ago now. Time really does go quickly. Oh yeah, and I bought the game on the 9th of May 2013. So not long after 1.7 released. I mean, who's there to stop you doing it? I mean, the point is, no one. I mean, as long as you trust the source, then it's fine. Not really. Well, as long as for malware and stuff anyways. Whoa. Oh yeah, this version has also turned 9 years old recently as well, so that's pretty cool. Oh yeah, and yeah, what else have I got a totally legal copy of? Oh yeah, I've only recently bought Terraria as well. But I started playing that back in like 2013. So also quite a long time ago. I think it was 2013. To be honest, I haven't played Terraria in ages. I think the last time I did a proper playthrough was 1.2. What is it on now? Like 1.4? Yeah, and I've heard T-Modloader is now official DLC now, which is pretty cool. If you'd all like to see like a Terraria series on the channel, or you know, like a stream on it, at some point, then I mean I will. As far as I know, 1.4 made it like completely new game. Yeah, I've heard about them, you know, stopping updating it. Yeah, I should probably play it at some point. I think I still have my not so legal copy of Terraria from like 2013. It'll be something like 1.2 or whatever. To be fair though, I did actually buy it on the Xbox 360 back in 2015, I think. 2014, 2015. But I kept on pirating the one on the Windows version. Just because why buy a game twice? Says the person that owns Minecraft on a lot of platforms. I mean, the only really legal software I have is actually Microsoft Office. Well, that's completely illegal that's a legal copy of it. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Oh no, I haven't got Minecraft on the 3DS. I mean, I don't even have my 3DS anymore. Parents decided I was far too old for a 3DS, so they got rid of it. That was a day one 3DS as well. Got it back in 2011 when it first came out. Ah yes, I spent too long playing Animal Crossing on that. Yeah, I don't have I don't really have much in the way of consoles these days. I still have my PS Vita, but it's a little broken. But either way, the oldest world I have is actually on that PS Vita. Well, at least the memory card for it. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna get another 3DS at some point. Hopefully one with like a capture card. Or alternatively, I mean, Citra exists. I mean, Citra is pretty good at emulating these things these days, so I think it'd be a pretty cool little series to have on the channel. You know, just a little bit of Animal Crossing, which I did indeed buy back in the day, so because obviously I didn't have a modded 3DS back then or anything. A few months before I ended up losing my 3DS, I ended up Oh yeah, New Leaf was the only one I actually played. I should probably look into playing the other ones. But as it stands, I did purchase New Leaf. You know, back when it was fairly new as well. I easily put like 5,000 hours into that. Over, like, yeah, well, as you can tell, this channel is basically just nostalgia. I mean, even down to my skin, and my cape, and everything. Yeah. Yeah, if you're wondering, that is a unused Minecon 2011 cape. Yeah, for that sort of thing, I'm probably going to end up using Citra. I mean, I do have an Xbox controller that I can use, so I feel like that should be good. Oh yeah, I was going to go to the 2016 Minecon, but never got the chance to, really. Like, I was planning on doing that back then, because of it being in London and all that, right? So, yeah, it'd just be like quite a long journey still. But at least I'd be able to get there in theory. Yeah, so no cool Enderman cape or anything for me. So I'll have to make do with the one that I have through Mine Online. Which is a great launcher, by the way. Been using it since the early days of it. So like, earlier this year, like June, July sort of time. Ah yes, the days when I first got internet in this house. Yeah, before then I was... Yeah. Basically I had some weird issues with my graphics card back in April of last year. And I had to switch over to my backup computer, which... Yeah, ran Windows XP. So that was a fun time. And to make it worse, when I moved house in May, I ended up, because of not having any Ethernet wired in, had to wait to get that sorted for like 2 months, and at the time my phone SIM didn't work correctly either, so like I weren't getting any mobile data for some odd reason. Yeah, so I had to use a 170 kilobits a second download. Oh, a bit of a lag spike there. 170 kilobits a second. That was awful. I don't think I've ever seen worse internet than that. Yeah. Plus the computer I was using definitely did not like screen capture software. I mean, at first I used an FX 5200 in it for graphics, but then realised that I could be getting about 25% more performance by using the integrated graphics from the Core 2 Duo. You definitely know you got a bad graphics card if your integrated graphics is better. In all fairness, it's the lowest end graphics card you can possibly get from 2003. And the latest drivers for it are for Windows XP. The point is, I didn't even do anything when it came to the internet back then. Because I couldn't, basically. It was a pain. Maybe I'd check my email occasionally. But Microsoft Teams were a big no. Along with emails, yeah. Unless I was to use the Thunderbird client. Or Outlook. Basically any downloadable email client will work better than anything that works in a web browser. As expected, really. But honestly, that is something I actually did. Oh, and by the time I came back after making a cup of tea, I had time to drink the cup of tea and go back for another. And by the time I had done that, it still hadn't loaded. Like, it was ridiculous. Well, either way, I've got a decent connection now. It's not the greatest connection in the world, but I mean, my download speed is sometimes at 10 megabits a second. Megabits? No, megabits. Yeah. I mean, this is what happens when you stream at night. Yeah. So about 10 megabits a second sometimes, but on other occasions I've seen it go up to like 400. 300 to 400. So, yeah. When it comes to upload, it's pretty much always on 30. Maybe 35. So sometimes it's a good connection, sometimes it's awful. To be fair though, I am running through a huge, well, 2 ridiculously long cables. I think I have like 2 25-meter cables. One plugged from the router to the switch, and then one from the switch to my computer. Yeah, because basically ordered one cable, ended up being dead once installed. Oh, and then took it out, just forgot about it for a few months, got a new one anyways, installed that, decided to try the cable, just because I was bored one day, and it worked. So I've been using that cable ever since, really. even though I definitely don't need a 25-meter cable to reach 3 meters. I mean, it's one of them fancy Cat 7 cables, I think. Or is it Cat 8? Can't remember what I actually got. It's a fancy cable anyways. Oh, remember that graphics card that I spoke of earlier? The one that supposedly died? Oh no, it works now. After I replaced it, I tested it again. It was a GTX 580. I decided it was about time to upgrade anyways once it died. So I ended up getting a 980. At the worst possible time, by the way. I way overpaid for it without even knowing that I way overpaid. Paid $175 for it. 3 months later, oh, they were commonly going for $120. Now I see him going for like $200 now. Like, it's ridiculous. But of course it's impossible to get a graphics card now, as we all know. Especially one with 4 gigs of VRAM. Yeah. Oh, and look, I just play a block game that can run just the same on a 580. I actually don't play anything else on this machine. And Caden Live doesn't even support the NVEC or whatever it's called encoder. So no graphics acceleration for me. And I've got the worst possible CPU to pair with this. An old Sandy Bridge Xeon clocked at 2 GHz. This is why my frame rate goes all low sometimes. So I can actually run the game with shaders, and the only thing that would hold me back really is the graphics card. I could run this game at 4K and have no difference in frame rate. But the thing is, I don't want to be spitting out more heat than I need to. I mean, this power supply definitely can't handle a 980 in a Xeon. Not at full load anyways. Yeah. I don't exactly want the power supply blowing up. I mean, it's advertised as a 550 watt power supply, but you can only do 400 on the 12 volt rail, which is what both the CPU and the graphics card use. And having a 95 watt CPU as well. And 980 isn't exactly the most power efficient card. To be honest, I'm yeah. Oh, excessive use of tabs in Chrome. Oh yes, been there before. But with Firefox instead, because I hate Chrome. The only thing Chrome does have over Firefox is actually being able to run tabs in a separate window. You know, like without any of the random stuff, you know, UI elements that Chrome does. Yeah, I think they call it Chrome apps or something. But either way, the problem is with Chrome, like, you can't get rid of it. Because Electron exists. Which means if you use Discord, Microsoft Teams or anything like that, well, yeah, probably using Chrome already. Yeah, why do you think I have 32 gigs of RAM in this computer? I mean, Firefox is also a huge memory hog. Especially when you have like 100 tabs open like me. I mean, the solution is don't have all those tabs open, but the thing is, I shouldn't have to close tabs really, if I don't want to. To be fair though, it's way better than the system I had 3 years ago. Actually no, even 2 years ago I still had that same system, so yeah. Yeah, so it actually hasn't been too long since I actually moved on from the Core 2 Duo. Yeah, I went from a Core 2 Duo desktop to a i5 laptop, which I only ever produced one video on. And it is the worst video on the channel, I think. And it got far too many views. Okay, to be fair, the laptop did have its issues, like it liked to run its CPU at 800 megahertz all of the time. As you can imagine, that is painful to use. Yeah, I mean, the next upgrade I do for this computer is definitely the CPU. To be honest, I'm not sure whether to just upgrade the CPU or just replace the motherboard entirely. And just basically just build a new system. Because I mean, I do need new drives, like new hard drives, and I have no more SATA ports on this board. And I only have a single PCI Express X1 slot free on it, so it's not like I can put a SATA card in it. Or a LSI controller or whatever they call the things these days. Yeah, so I'd need a new board for that, really. What do you think of this whole Microsoft Office transitioning to Electron? Yeah, so basically you can't escape web browser based anything these days. I mean, there are advantages to it though. Like, you see Microsoft Teams, well, that can run in a web browser just fine. Well, if you consider just fine, like, yeah. You basically, well, they've been porting a lot of stuff to Electron recently. As you know, Microsoft Teams, right? That's Electron. That also has a Linux port. So, and they have also been working on porting the rest of the Office applications. Which is pretty interesting. Maybe once they do that, I'll switch to Linux. At the same time, Photoshop doesn't exist on Linux, so I'd have a problem there. And I can't fall back onto Paint.net. Oh yeah, Teams on a web browser is an absolute nightmare. Microsoft Teams in general is an absolute nightmare. It likes to crash over and over. And on my laptop, it even makes it kernel panic. Which is definitely not something you really want. But I guess that's how it is. I mean, Discord works just fine. And that's also Electron, so... yeah. It's definitely an interesting one. But either way, when I do end up switching motherboards and all that, I'm probably gonna be using Linux, but with KVM virtual machines. Oh yeah, I have very limited experience with Google stuff, but I hate how they don't have a dark mode yet. Probably the only reason why I don't use it. Oh wow, we really are going to end up with a massive chest monster over here. Over there, that's where it is. We've got a lot of cobble now. I think this is the most digging we've ever done on this world. And I honestly think we are better off using iron picks for this. So we can save the diamond ones for mining diamonds. This is a lot slower, but it shouldn't be a huge deal. I mean, in fact, let's go back to the main base and maybe go and enchant some iron picks. I think it's this way to get home. No, it definitely isn't. I think I'm just lost at this point. Okay, yes, I'm useless when it comes to direction. Okay, yeah, it's over here, so yeah, I was actually heading in the right direction. There's a lot of cows around here, which is pretty cool. And a ravine to explore. And a cave as well. Maybe we can do those at some point. I mean, we're going to have to light up all the caves anyways. Around here, so might as well do them in a caving expedition. More ravines. It's all pretty cool. Yeah, so let's just get these things enchanted. Or even let's just go mining for a bit and try and get some more diamonds. We definitely need to do that. It's too bad we don't have fortune yet, because we could definitely do with that. If we had like even fortune 1, we'd be in a very good position. But unfortunately this enchantment table really doesn't like to give me that. So we're just going to have to wait until 1.3. Well, at least the snapshots of 1.3. Which isn't far away. Well, it's not that far anyways. Hello there. Oh, if you're wondering, this is the stream where I just ramble on about probably nonsense. Switch profiles, yeah. Level 1 and breaking 2 actually, that's not too bad. Efficiency 1 and efficiency 1. I think I'm just going to take the enchantment table with me. Oh, and look at that, it's becoming night. Let's go over to the mob farm. And, oh, okay. Cool. How many YouTube profiles do you even have? Anyways, let's kill some monsters to get levels and stuff. Okay. Hello there. See you then. I mean, yeah, understandable. It is 11 o'clock anyway, so at least here. Let's run back to the house. Maybe killing a few zombies and whatever on the way. And then we can go mining in the morning. Yeah. Okay, see ya. Where is it? There was a mine here somewhere that I covered up. It was here. How could I forget where the mine is? Anyways, let's get down there. And let's mine some diamonds. Hopefully. Okay, we're in cave. Maybe let's just continue digging. Yeah, I'm not going to mine up all of the ores because of the fact that I can get XP from those later. I've been here. Interesting. Oh yeah, I know how I got here. I don't have a water bucket. That could be a bad thing. Let's just bridge around a bit. There's got to be something in here, right? I guess not. Oh, that was kind of close. If I fall in that lava, I'm dead. And I'd rather not be dead at this point in time. Especially considering the amount of time I put into this world. And stuff like that. It can't be that long until we find diamonds. Oh, we found a mine shaft. That's awesome. Oh, this is awesome. Are you kidding me? I lost 2 diamonds. That is really annoying. But we got 2 from there. That's great. Could have been more if I weren't so careless. But either way, we do have a mineshaft at diamond level, so might want to take advantage of that. Oh, do we have a bucket on us? Yes, we do. Where is the water source? How long am I going to be chasing the water source? How far does this thing go up? Oh wow, this is huge. I don't see it. Okay, this is another insane cave system we've just found. This is actually insane. Oh, I found diamonds way quicker than I was expecting to. Oh, okay, you're up there. Yeah, so where on earth is the actual water source? If I can even get up the water. Oh wow. There we go. Right at the bottom of the world as well. And there were definitely far easier sources to get. Is there any coal anywhere? I mean, I've been purposely missing it out because I want to save it for XP, but I mean, we kind of need the coal. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be streaming for too much longer. Or I'll end up losing my voice. Which wouldn't be great. Because I got a video to record tomorrow as well, so... Okay, let's see. Murder the skeletons. Okay. What else we're gonna find? Sorry about not really speaking much. I mean, there's nothing really to talk about anymore. Well, more like I don't really know what to talk about. Plus, I'm definitely suffering from the sore throat. Which is just great. So I'll probably be finishing up within the next 5 minutes or so. I think I might do another one of these tomorrow. I'm going to try and upload something tomorrow as well. I'm thinking of bringing back the hardcore time-lapse, but by using the footage for these streams. I feel like that's really the best option for content at the moment. You know, while I get back into this whole YouTube thing. While still actually having time to do schoolwork and stuff. I know, it's kind of lazy really when it comes to it. But I mean, the hardcore time-lapse videos turn out pretty nice. And the thing is, I can easily make like a nice long hardcore time-lapse video from not very much not very much footage really. I can probably do an episode, well 2 episodes per stream, maybe even 3 or 4. And I've got lost in here. Yeah, well anyways, I think I'm gonna end off the stream here. I'm just gonna dig myself into a wall. Anyways, thank you all. Well, thank you the single viewer that stuck around to the end. And I hope to see you all next time, where we will be in 1.1. Anyways, that's it for now. Goodbye.